YouTube, preparing live stream via YouTube. Done redirect.
Good afternoon. Welcome, everybody. I want to welcome you guys to our lifestyle and legacy conversation. Somebody invited you because they said we're going to have a conversation where we're going to be talking about money. Is everybody excited? Absolutely. Everybody want to know what the conversation is about? Absolutely. Without further ado, I'm going to welcome our host today. This person has been doing this, you guys, for over 13 years. He loves doing it. He loves talking about fun. He loves talking about money. Most of all, he has fun talking about money. He has been doing this so long, and the thing about it is he's helped me and some of my partners make a whole bunch of money. So if that sounds like somebody you want to hear from, guess what? Sit back, relax, because guess what? The next voice you hear will be from our host, Mr. Bernard Plunder. You're welcome. Come to the stage. Thank you.
Thank you. How y'all doing today? Good. Awesome. I'm super excited to be here. But before I say anything about what we're here to talk about today, we got to give it up to the host. We're in the actual Certified Platinum Financial Services office. This young lady who just spoke before you guys has over 25 plus years of tax and business advising skills and service. So if anybody deserves that round of applause, let's give it back up to Ms. Sandra Burton.
Thank
you. So listen, like she said, this is a lifestyle and legacy conversation. I grew up on that traditional way of thinking, as you guys may know. Go to school, get some good grades, graduate, and get that quote unquote good job. I did that to a certain extent. Went to one of the best HBCUs in the whole entire world called Florida University, where I studied broadcast journalism and radio. The biggest thing is about my journey is that I understood that I needed a little bit more. And I actually sought out some mentors, and one of them is actually in the room, so I'm actually blessed right now. You guys may be able to get a chance to hear from him as well, but this guy just taught me how that it's important to kind of put time and money in balance. You don't have to just have one or the other. So when we're talking about lifestyle, we're talking about legacy. How many people in the room want to improve those two things? So what you guys got in front of you guys can turn over the worksheet, and we're just gonna have some fun today with this lifestyle and legacy conversation. For you guys who are watching the recording, who are watching live on Facebook, who guys are watching live on YouTube, you guys can go to extradigitmovement.com and download the worksheet right now for free. So you guys can actually start changing the conversations at your guys' dinner table. As you guys see, we're at a dinner table right now, and we just want to change the conversation about kind of like how, the Rockefellers, they always talked about wealth. They always talked about strategies. How can we improve our bottom line and keep this going for generations to come? So with that being said, grab your pen. I want to introduce you guys to our team. Our team is called the Extra Digit Movement. And our focus is helping people increase their assets and their cash flow one digit at a time. So if you're already making 3 or 4 figures, we want to help you make 5. If you're already making 6 figures, we want to help you make 7. So what you guys are going to write, the first thing I want you to write is wealth, because this is our wealth worksheet. So it says extra digit transition of wealth worksheet. And what we're going to talk about today are the rules of the wealthy. So the next line you're going to see learn the rules of the wealthy. And Ms. Burton, stick around because I want you to come back and talk about a few of the solutions as well. But I will talk about the problem and solutions and how we do it. So the number one thing is there's a problem, right? Everybody says they want to be wealthy, right? But sometimes we got to figure out different strategies. We got to figure out different ways to actually do it. The number one thing is that there are 4 problems. I want you guys to write the first one down. The first problem when it comes to getting wealthy, how many people agree that taxes is our biggest expense? So in 1A, I want you to write taxes. Taxes in our inner circle, we always like to say it's the chainsaw master. Because no matter who we are or where we're from, we always got to pay taxes, right? We got to pay state taxes, you got to pay alcohol taxes. Y'all might see these birthday balloons, we just had a party, right? So when you get when it's your birthday, what kind of tax you gotta pay? Them tax, right? So it's always taxes. But the biggest thing is number 2 problem is taxes cause debt.
Right.
And I always tell people that debt is the family curse because so many people are passing on generational debt versus generational wealth, right? And do this for me because this is a financial conversation, right? I like to talk in thirds. So next to taxes, put 1/3. If you think about your money on a monthly basis, is it safe to say that we got to pay taxes every month out of our job check
Yeah.
or however we make money?
Right.
So the second third, how many people know what bills are?
Yeah.
Everybody.
How many people know what expenses are?
Right.
Are those two things considered debt?
Yes.
Right? So 1/3 of our money monthly goes towards debt. So put 1/3 next to that. So we already at 30%, 30%, that's 60, right?
Right.
The last one is big businesses. Every single month, there's a holiday that we all, no matter who we are, we're gonna celebrate somehow. Even if it's not like Halloween, it's gonna be a birthday, right? You got Thanksgiving, you got Christmas, every single month. 1/3 of our money goes to some kind of spending, right?
Right.
So we already at 90% of our money out the door.
Mm.
So this is why it's a problem. But the last 10% of our money, I want you guys to write inflation in that blank. Inflation. Inflation is known as the silent income killer. Because it's safe to say we can't control the price of eggs, bread, water, gas prices, right? It's the silent income killer because we can't control it. But everybody say simple.
Simple.
The reason why the extradition movement is bringing this to homes and dinner tables across the world is because we found a wealth principle called simple. You guys look on the white paper, it says solution. The simple breaks down to simply an acronym, right? And when we talk about simple, the first thing is you want to make a shift, right there in the first blank. Shift. And everybody who's online, I hope you guys get the worksheet and just watch the recording and come back and fill these in when it's applicable for you. All right. So we're going to talk about how we can shift more money away from the banks, away from the government, away from big businesses who take a percentage of our money every month, right? The I in simple means increase. How many people in the room want to actually increase their cash, increase their assets, right? But once we get shifting money back from the government, all of them, we start figuring out ways to make money, maybe in business or whatever. How many people want to multiply their money? I think that's the best money. When money start making babies and making more money, I think that's the best kind of money right there. But after that is P. Excuse me. P stands for protect. Everybody say protect. Protect is kind of like that Rockefeller kind of money. And I'm gonna bring up our tax and business advisors to kind of break down some of those things towards the end. But simply under there, it says leverage. But the key thing in what we talk about, we want to leverage everything. So the missing blank right there is everything. So when we're talking about overcoming tax, overcoming debt, overcoming big business, and inflation, you guys are going to see in this conversation, this lifestyle and legacy conversation, how we help people shift money, increase money, multiply, protect, and then leverage everything. Ms. Burton, can you actually come back up to the stage and break down the next pieces for us?
Absolutely. All right. What I want to do is right now is one of the things that we always talk about is starting a home-based business, not just any home-based business. So as you know, on the worksheet where it says start your home-based business, the blank is for business.
Gotcha.
In parentheses, it says QMD. QMD stands for Qualified Marketing Director. The equals, and then in the blank is $100. One time, in parentheses, is MWR. MWR stands for our company, which means make wealth real. So if everybody's caught up on that. I love this particular part because one of the things is if you have a problem, you got a solution. Now let's give you the answers how we're going to solve this problem with the solution. The categories you see right there in 3A, 3B, and 3C are the three categories where most Americans fall in. What we're going to teach now, we're going to make the shift underline, and we're going to show you how you can save between $300 and $600 a month. I'm going to stop there. Is it safe to say with all those things, the big businesses, the taxes, and shifting, if we can show you now you can bring actually $300 to $600 back into your household, would that make you feel better?
Yeah.
Definitely to offset the taxes, the things that we said.
Right.
So we're gonna shift and we're gonna show you how to bring that additional $300 to $600. Now this is not cookie cutter. Now the 600 can grow more because it just depends on how much you actually, you make. The first category is where most Americans are. They're in that W-2 bracket. Around this time of the year, guess what? November, December, the next month they're gonna get something in the mail called a W-2, which shows them all of the money they've earned, any deductions, any of that. But at the end of the year, like you said, a third of that money is already gone. And guess what? The percentage is between 28 and 33. In the blank, put 33. And that mindset is I work, I'm taxed, I spend. There's no extra. Like in all of these things where people come to me and they're like, I bought a house. That's not gonna give you a whole bunch. Donate it to my favorite charity. It's not gonna help. This is because after a certain tax bracket of that donation, now you become auditable. So even if you gain $4,000 or $5,000, it just depends. So, however, by adding that home-based business that I just talked about earlier, you automatically get 10%. You don't have to do any hoops or anything like that. So for that one time, $100, then we can now talk 10%. So even if you were making 75,000, what's 10% of 75,000? 7,500. That is a lot of money, like literally. So now we've automatic just by adding that home-based business. So it's safe to say that one-time investment of $100 gives you that 10% back. So now that makes you in the home-based business tax realm where now in that blank is between 18 and 23. So put 23 in that blank. So the difference is the business made the money, the business spends the money, the business is taxed, not you.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. When he was saying there are bills and there are expenses, we want to get you in a mindset that when I spend money, these are expenses. Because expenses are what? We can write them off. You can't write off bills. So that's the mindset. Matter of fact, how many of y'all right now have a cell phone? Without the home-based business, that is a bill. But with your home-based business, that is an expense. And that is what we talk about when we say leverage everything. Let's leverage you going to pay that cell phone bill anyway. Now let's put it with our home-based business. And now let's keep that 10% where now we can make it go over, up. Last but not least, capital gains. Guys, this is where y'all want to be. You want to move from being that W-2 person to being a person that's now in the capital gains because they are taxed at less than 15%. So put 15% in there. And the quote of this right here is money works, money reinvests, makes more money. And the reason why is it safe to say last week when everybody's phones were dinging and all those notifications, they was like, crypto is this, crypto is that. That's capital gain. So it depends on where you are. Now we're multiplying in different areas of our money. So let me give you a little, I guess, of what the membership has done for some of our members. So in 4A, reduce my taxes. The total savings of our membership right now, collectively, they've saved over $250 million. We have a lot of members, so collectively, that number is now $250 million. They were able to now eliminate my debt, which is in this blank, with an average savings of $64,000 per member. Now, is it safe to say when it comes down to debt, a lot of us go get homes, we go get cars, and lo and behold, like he said, he went to the best HBCU. Is it safe to say that sometimes when you go to these best schools, you have something called a student loan? Yeah. That was the number one problem for most Americans. That's why now people started running with that on their election side of it. So if you could help your friends, your family, your colleagues, all these people we're talking about with this debt, a true debt plan where you can snowball, take some of the 30-year that you bought a house now and take that into 15 or 20. Legally, that is what we're talking about. So we were able to now $64,000 per member. Now, lower my bills. Everybody just said, everybody have bills in here. So I like to pause right here because I was one of those people. I used to call like when bills are due, call like Xfinity, Comcast, and say, hey, I've been with you guys so long, can you reduce something? They'll be like, yeah, I can come back and give you $5. This ain't that. This is where now membership has its privileges. So now collectively, if we have a total, I don't know right now, the membership is great. However, but if there's a buying power of 400, 500, 600 people, and they said own collectively, you're able to reduce her cell phone bill, reduce her Xfinity. So that's why numbers matter. And guess what? The experts are doing this. I don't have to get on the phone. I don't have to do these calls. All I'm doing is simply uploading. Matter of fact, write upload. It's simple. 4D, the word I want to use is restore and not repair. Restore my credit. Because it's safe to say if something comes through and blows down the house altogether, and you get a board and attack and you repair versus restoring it, those are two different words. Because somebody invited you now, going forward, I want you to start using, I want to restore my credit and never say the word of repairing my credit. So collectively, that is what you're looking at when you're talking about membership having its privilege. So Mr. Ponder, I want you to come back and I want you to actually come back and share with everybody on the increase side of what does it take to actually increase their money. So now we're on the I.
Indeed. Y'all can go around the block, okay? And I always like to make sure that everybody got all these links to them before we move forward. Y'all see where it says number 4? It says your blank base business. Did y'all get that one?
No.
Okay. I want you to look at home-based business.
Okay.
Your home-based business includes an MWR membership of $149 per month. All right. So everything that you talked about, reduce my taxes, you get an expert for that. You get a team that helps you eliminate your debt. That team, they focus on your $1 million debt and your debt-free debt. You're gonna get a team that negotiates your bills. So that's why she said upload. All you do is upload all your documents, taxes, upload your debt, upload your bills, upload your credit report, and then the experts do the work for you. That was one of the biggest things that for me, if it was a selling point, is that I got to be the expert and do all that work myself. So for $149, you guys see in the small print, it says average increased buying power. Yeah, it's yellow on my sheet. You guys see that?
It's green on ours.
It's green. It says 2187. Y'all see that? So for 149, right? The average return once you do 4A through 4D is over $2,000 return on your investment. Isn't that a good investment? A return?
Yeah.
That's a great return because I know Ms. Burton always tells us that if you look at 150 times 12, that's less than $2,000 for the year, right? But if the buying power is average $2,000 per month times 12, that's $24,000 a year.
Back in your household.
Back in your household. So that alone was like, okay, even if they got it half right? What if they can only get me $1,000 back? Me being a manager at U-Haul, I got back $550 every single month from the $149 investment. I didn't get the $2,000, but $550 still helps, doesn't it? So I always like to tell people that it depends on, because we got some people on the team who work for Microsoft. One guy gets back $1,100 in tax savings. It's like, well, he's probably getting paid a big check. He's an exec for Microsoft. So, all right. Just want to make sure y'all saw that part in there. So number 5, we talked about the S, it's simple. Let's talk about the I, increase. I want y'all to write the word power. Share the power of a home-based business. Yes, we're in a home-based business office right now. Shout out to Certified Platinum Financial Services, Ms. Burton's office here. We actually had my birthday party here, so I actually love this place. We had a great time last week. But can't you do anything in your home?
Absolutely.
And I think if we can do anything in our home, I think we should always be able to have a conversation about how we can improve our lifestyles, right? Mm-hmm. So with the power of a home-based business, all we're here to do is just to share. We don't want to sell nobody anything. We just want to educate. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Because that's what I think in our community is lacking in the traditional way of thinking. They don't talk to us about taxes. They don't talk to us about credit, our debt, our bills, and it's not a normal conversation, right? Yeah. So we want to start making this a normal thing when we talk about, but I want you guys to pay attention to the 4 things that the home-based business gives you. Number 1, tax deductions. Mm-hmm. Number 2, the ability to hire your children. Instead of giving them allowances, put them on payroll, right?
Right.
These are the kind of things in our lifestyle that actually makes the lifestyle a little bit better. Number 3, residual income. This is my favorite word. And one of my mentors actually introduced me to this. He's actually in the room right now because I always wanted to figure out, I got residual bills. Hey man, I got this light bill, I got this car bill, I got bills every single month. Shouldn't I have a stream of income that offsets that?
Right.
So when you find a residual stream of income, the last one is you'll find time freedom. Time freedom. So on the increase side, our membership, just like any corporate structure, has positions, right? We have 3 positions in our company: executives, regionals, and presidents. That's 5A, 5B, and 5C.
Mhm.
Myself and Sandra are both executives. She's a 2-star executive. I'm a 3-star executive. And I know she probably tell you guys that she actually helped her daughter become a 2-star executive as well. But our executives get paid anywhere from $150 per month to $4,500 per month. With a minimum 12 members, I want you guys to write 12 members equals $600 per month. 12, all right? When I saw that number, it kind of was like, all right, cool. I have been in this industry for some long time, and I put 10 people in the business before. I put 12, I put 15 people in the business before.
Right.
But my residual income humbly was never more than $200-300. So I was being humble, right? But when I hit this position, it allowed me to put my car note on autopilot so I can forget it and then start working on other assets, right? So Sandra's actually blessed to be a 2-star executive director. You guys put that in your notes. 2-star executive director means you earn a minimum of $600 a month.
Mhm.
But she also helped her daughter do the same thing. So in her household, that's at least a minimum of $1,200 a month in residual income as well.
Mhm.
So big shouts out to Ms. Burton as well doing that. But on the part-time, you can do this on a part-time, and the blank says full-time basis. Part-time or full-time basis. My mentor, the gentleman who actually put me into this particular business, works a full-time job, right? Makes great money at his job actually, but on the part-time basis, he's a regional executive.
Mhm.
And our regional executives get paid a minimum $6,000 per month to $30,000 per month. He earns $200 a day. Times 30, that's $6,000 a month. What would you do with an extra $6,000? Invest, find some time freedom, build some businesses, help some people, right? We just teach people to rinse and repeat those same steps to get to whatever dollar amount you need. So in that blank, it says rinse. I want you to put repeat. Because our regionals are truly the top 5% to 10% income earners in the USA. Top 5% to 10% earners in the USA.
Mm.
In our last position, one of my mentors is actually having a conference coming up. He's a presidential executive in our company.
Mhm.
Earns a minimum $45,000 per month, which is $1,500 per day. The company pays daily and weekly. So you can set it to however you want to get paid. Like in my position, I earn $50 a day. I'm a 3-star, I make $1,500 a month in residual income with a team of 36. So with him, he earns $1,500. The presidents earn anywhere from $45,000 a month to $450,000 per month. For you guys who are like me who love numbers, $450,000 a month times 12 is $5.4 million a year. That's available in our compensation plan. And just like before with the regionals, you want to rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat until I would say stick and stay until you get your pay, right? Because if with a minimum of 3 people in your business and an outside customer, it's free. So you ain't got to worry about the 149. I did that in my first 2 or 3 weeks, right? So you never have to worry about the overhead. But millionaires and top 1% income earners are our president. Top 1%. Big shout out to the 1%.
Right.
All right. Big shout out to the 1%. So with that being said, I'm gonna move out your way because this lady actually knows all the facts when it comes to higher investments and stuff like that. I want to bring her back up to the stage, Ms. Sandra Burton.
All right.
All right. He did say, he kind of gave y'all a little about my daughter. I'm one of those people. I look really young. I am really young. However, I have a 27-year-old that stays in my pocket. She stays in my pocket. So what I did was I was just like, come sit down. Let's look over this. let's do this worksheet, let's figure out your deals and things like that. And I told her literally to say, this is something that now you can get monthly. So instead of me giving you money, let me show you how you can earn this money. So she definitely has $600 coming to her household monthly, and we're literally slowly getting her where that now needs to be $1,500. Because what we want to do is we're living every day. However, I need to leave her the legacy. So I need to leave her with some money, but leave her with some knowledge so she gets to what? And all we're doing, like he said, is we're going to rinse and repeat this thing over and over and over. So my goal is, even if it takes me a year and a half, and if I can get her in the second tier of the regionals, imagine now how well I'm going to sleep at night. So that's all we're talking about in our communities. We're talking about things now that can better our community. Well, so what I want you to do now is let's switch, turn your paper over, and we're going to discuss multiplying and protecting. So the first part of this, on the back of your sheet, just write multiply. And I'm going to give you 4 areas where the company with the membership helps you now. Like you said, we've shipped all the money back. And now we've increased our money. Now we're multiplying. So now I want you to do multiply, but I want you to do assets. On what assets we're actually multiplying. So there are 4 of them. The first one what I want you to list is something called a DCA. That stands for Diversified Cash Account. DCA, which is Diversified Cash Account. We like to say this is a savings account, but it's on steroids. The second one I want you to do is the PRA. This stands for Private Reserve Account. The third one I want you to list is called land banking. And the last one, I want you to put precious metals. Okay. So now that we got the 4 out the way, now what I want you to do is, what's the one thing when it, like you said, I'm the money girl, I'm the financial plug, hashtag, let's shout that out.
Financial plug.
Oh, let's go. We drink like for real, like for real. All right. So one of the things I like to do is on this multiplying section, like how can we truly multiply? One of the words you hear, even though you may not be there, we meet people where they are. You don't have to have all these things. If you're on level 1, we need to get the taxes, the debt. That's where we meet you. However, is it safe to say some people that got all their cookies enrolled, but now they need to on the multiplying side? Yeah. So this is where we talk. We don't talk bank. We don't talk. Now let's go sit down at our credit. No. Because they're gonna take your money where I'm gonna tell you you're gonna take it. One of the ones we like to do is the PRA. The PRA, which is the private reserve account, is the account where everybody should be, because guess what? I'm gonna go a little lower, is because when you retire and you take money out of there's no taxes. Even if you put your money there and you're not ready for retirement, is it safe to say that sometimes emergencies happen?
Yeah.
We may need 5 or 6, 10 grand for things like that. See, the traditional 401k, when you move that money, we're gonna hit you with a penalty. We're gonna hit you with some interest, and then guess what? It depends on how much you move. Guess what? It's gonna put you in another tax bracket. So it's a lose. As a person of 25 years of accounting and taxes and all that good knowledge, I don't tell you to put your money there. What I do tell you is on a traditional 401k, if they're giving you money, of course you're gonna match whatever they're gonna give you. But that's the way we stay. Another thing I say on the PRA account, how many of y'all know people that have changed jobs? You don't stay, most people don't traditionally stay for 30 years. You get what I'm saying? You move. So do you realize in our community, once you actually change a job, you should pick up the phone and call someone with my expertise, because I need to tell you what to do with that money. Guess what? 85% of our people, because they don't know what to do, they move it into the new company. That's one of the worst moves you can make, because now that company is controlling those funds. Is it safe to say that someone else controlling your funds without you now sitting down telling them, I have future plans in the next 5 years to, start my own company. I have future plans now to build. Those people, when you now shifted that money to now the whole big pool, that is not where we want to do. So as a private reserve account, what we like to do is say, while we are making money, you're going to make a whole bunch of money, right? But the good thing about this is when now the market does go, it does fall. Is it safe to say sometimes when you get on your phone, that's just like it was up last week, it's down. See, the private reserve account, the cool thing about it is it stops at zero. We don't lose. So even with the market shaking like that, we like to call it a parking lot because it's a park. So the benefits, one is we don't lose money. Two, we get to take our money out anytime we get ready.
Anytime.
Third, guess what? Now, even the money that you're taking out is still growing as if you've never taken it out because that's called arbitrage. See, the traditional bank, if I have 25,000 in it, I take 20,000 out, you think they're gonna pay me another 25,000? No. The private reserve account still pays you as if that 25,000 is in there. So that's multiplying on a whole other different mindset. Right. Part two of the one of the investments or what I want you to look at is when they say diversify. What's one of the ways they say diversify? In different areas. So now let's diversify in real estate. Land banking is your diversification in land banking. It is in real estate. I'm not telling you to go out and flip a house. There are a lot of people say, girl, go buy this house at this rate and we're gonna flip it, we're gonna make all this money. You see, I'm one of those people. Where y'all are right now, this place is the flip. When I tell you they robbed me, it was bad. So from a female, even from a male that's really, really busy, you don't have time for that. With land banking is once you put it in there, it's still a buy and hold, but the percentage of your turnaround right now is amazing. We have members that have had a 30 to 35% increase on their return on investment. Most people with hard real estate, like this building you're in right now, they're happy to get $500 a month. This ain't that. We have people that literally, like he's saying, have invested 40,000. We've looking, whatever shown, they have lands that are worth $1.3 million. And on top of that, where the membership is, this land is in Antelope, California. This is where the 2028 Olympics is going to be. It's also where now Warren Buffett has a transportation going through this partial land. On top of that, they're calling it the new Silicon Valley. So if I gave you all these insights and I'm telling you this is an amazing place to park and hold your money right now, wouldn't you be interested? Absolutely. So that's how we multiply our money. And last but not least is the protect. The protect. So we made all this money, we shipped all this money, we increased all this money. I want to be able to protect it. The protection is now through a trust fund. What he said, you're gonna own nothing but control everything. So whatever happens, whether lawsuit, whether it be divorce, whether it be now disability, that your money is still in a good spot. So we're talking now from a business standpoint. Once your business, do you realize once your business makes over $75,000 in profit, they're in profit. True profit. We've taken all the credits, we've taken all the write-offs, we have no other place to do it. Now we still have $75,000 in profit. That is when the person that's in my position needs to sit down and let you know, hey, it's time now to shift and move your business. By putting that business as its own trust, now you're able to feed that additional income into a family trust. The family trust, I like to stop right here, is the IRS does not dictate your expenses. See, with a regular Schedule C, with an S Corp, with a partnership, with a C Corp, it tells you, hey, client A, you're able to write off your meals, but hey, you cannot write off your meals if you're not traveling 100%. You can only do 50%. If you're the owner, is it safe to say you want to dictate how your money is spent? So as a trust, the trust can say every meal that we eat is 100% tax write-off. So that's the difference in a family trust that's controlled from a business standpoint, the family. Now, we want you to make a whole bunch of money. That's what I tell everybody, because now there are so creative ways. So even at the family trust, we don't spend it all. There's money left over. Have anybody ever heard of Salvation Army? Have anybody ever heard of LeBron James Foundation? Have anybody ever heard of, I don't know, let's just say New Birth Church? All of those are considered non-profit organizations. Wouldn't it sound very, very good if your last name was your foundation? So my last name is Burton. So the Burton Foundation. So the Burton Foundation now takes over any monies that's left in its family and we put it into this non-profit organization. So now that's what we're talking about, leaving a legacy. the money now for my kids, my kids now have college education, like you said. We don't have to go in debt to now put them in college. If they want to go the entrepreneur route, is there money left now that now they can go an entrepreneur route? For all my entrepreneurs out there, with $100,000 right now, starting to go out really, really good in your entrepreneur journey. So this is what we're talking about. We're talking about legacy. And last but not least, most people don't realize you should put your assets in trust as well. So there are so many levels, and that is what the membership, because we are a financial literacy type company, we want to educate you. So now you're able to do exactly what he's saying, expose families, friends, colleagues, fraternity members, sorority members, any of those people to what we're teaching. Mr. Carter, I need you to come back up because I want you to now give their information on how they are able to actually, if this is something they're interested in. Hold that. Absolutely. Thank you.
So that was pretty much everything. Simple, right? Everybody say simple. Simple. Shifting your money, increasing your money, multiplying your money, protecting and leveraging everything. Leveraging other people speaking for you, leveraging our experts doing the work for you. So in the midst of, like you guys say, it says make a decision. Make a decision. We got two sides. Either you want some of this information or you want all of this information. The membership is only in that blank $149. $149 per month. And there's multiple different ways. If you're one of those people who work a job, you upload your 2 pay stubs, your most current tax return. A lot of people get an average $300 to $600 back from their job check. This is one of the first things when I got in home-based business before that they didn't tell me directly how to get the money from my job. If I'm working on my job, and then I had a home-based business, how can I actually offset that membership cost? That's the number one thing with that shift. You're able to increase your cash flow, but no home-based business deductions, all right? That's the only thing, no home-based business deductions. Or you're a person like myself, Ms. Burton, you want everything. You want the home-based business. The business side is only $100 one time. So if you want to become a home-based business, the $149 is still the monthly. You get $476 more deductions in that blank. Home-based business benefits and the monthly residuals. No matter what the decision is you guys own, we just want to say thank you guys for taking out your most precious asset, which is your time, is non-refundable. And I hope that the information that we shared wasn't a waste. I hope you guys can take it. And the reason why we call this a wealth worksheet, because no matter who you are, you can educate somebody on this stuff. You can talk to any friend, any family, like she said, colleague, frat brother, sister, and talk to them about problems. Everybody understands taxes, debt, business, and inflation, but they understand if they start keeping it simple, everybody will start living a better lifestyle, right? So this is our lifestyle and our legacy conversation, because that MVP is about the legacy. It's not about us, it's about their last name. So I want you guys to give yourselves a round of applause. I want to say thank you guys for tapping in. This is our company, Make Wealth Real Financial. See you guys on the next Zoom. Peace out. Get back with the first one, baby.
First presentation right up.
Oh yeah. Well, that don't bring back memories.
Yeah, that was a really good
Yeah.
presentation.
Another time. We got my partners on the line real quick. We can chop it up. Y'all still there? Yep.
Yeah,
Hey, y'all enjoyed the
Yeah, that was
conversation?
I did. That was so awesome, and I'm so excited.
Awesome. I give you my Reggie, how you doing, bro? Reggie out there in
This is dope
Alabama.
though, the worksheets though.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, it's right.
That's dope.
Hey, we're gonna go ahead and exit so we can have a Q&A session, y'all.
All right.
And what the biggest thing for you guys who watching on the team, like you guys saw, we did this today with the wealth worksheets. This is the first time officially doing it with the wealth worksheets. This is a new marketing strategy that we're looking to duplicate, is the worksheets. Because you're able to give your guests something they can take home. And like I told you guys before, the libraries are only $20 for 4 hours. from 11 to 3. So we set this up to put it in a time frame that makes sense, that duplicates. In marketing, a lot of stuff works, but everything doesn't duplicate. So no matter what city, excuse me, y'all, no matter what city you're in, everybody can set up 11 to 1 o'clock. I always give people 30 minutes ahead of time to actually let people get started. 11:30 to 12, do the presentation. After that, 30 minutes of Q&A. Then it allows you to give them another time to get started from 1 to 3 and start again. So I hope you guys got something from this presentation and this demonstration. And we'll see you guys on the next one, all right? See y'all later.